of the town.
Namaskar, konnichiwa, good afternoon. I am Jagdish Kharel. तपाईहरुलाई यो कार्यक्रममा म हार्दिक स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु. I would like to heartily welcome you all. In the context of Nepal, studying abroad has become a major attraction for the Nepalese student as well, from which Japan has become the second largest destination. The first part of the program will be followed by the presentation on higher education opportunity for the Nepalese student in Japan and experience sharing by the panelist. And the second part of the program will be focused on Q&A session, sharing opinions, providing guidance to the interested student. Now, I would like to request Dr. Dipesh Kharel, researcher and lecturer of the University of Tokyo, to highlight about the program.
First of all, on the behalf of Study in Japan's Global Network Project, the University of Tokyo, I'd like to welcome respected Vice President, all the panelists from Japan and Nepal, and so participant students, teachers, and parents, different part of Nepal. Today's main objectives, main aims of this webinar is to fill the information and knowledge gap between Japanese university and the Nepali academic institutions and students. And the other aim is to provide the information to the prospective students about the higher education opportunity in Japan. In Japan, currently there are over 320,000 international students from different parts of the world. The first number of the international students are Chinese, and after that, second biggest group is the Vietnamese, and the third largest international students group in Japan are Nepalese. However, over the 80% Nepalese students are the language students, and they still the common perceptions of study in Japan among the Nepalese students is the studying language, and still many Nepalese students don't know there are over 1,500 universities, and they are providing the international standard educations in English mediums, and there are several scholarships, including the mixed scholarships.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dipesh Kharel, for your highlights regarding the program. The first presentation, I would like to request Ms. Rashi Maharjan, former Nepali student, Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University, your experience and your achievement for the higher education in Japan.
I am Rashi Maharjan, and I did my bachelor's in international relations and peace studies. And here in Nepal, I did my schooling from Gyanodaya Bal Batika and my high school from St. Xavier's College. And I did my bachelor's from Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University, shortly known as APU. So moving on to my experience or lessons learned throughout the years, I would like to say that, people have this education mindset that we learn inside the classroom and everything we do is limited to lecture halls and colleges. But I truly believe that education for me is a tool that we use to solve the problems in our society. And as I'm talking about my experience right now, it might seem that it's very easy or it's like a piece of cake, but I would say that if I look back, I would say that it's a roller coaster of emotions because, you need to be resilient. You need to be falling countless number of times, and you need to be standing up. You need to be failing, and you need to keep on reminding yourself that you can do it. So that way you have to be resilient. Learning Japanese, adapting to a new environment is difficult, but if you're not resilient, it might not be as easy. So this is a quality you need to have. As you can see in my picture, this is my first year, and I'm so dumbfounded by the questions asked to me in Japanese. The second quality that you need to have is challenging spirit. I think that if you don't challenge yourself, if you don't push yourself beyond your boundaries, you don't learn anything new, right? The desire to strive for independence should be there in you if you want to travel abroad and if you want to gain those experiences. So this is a picture of me working part-time. Nobody tells you abroad how to manage your time. Nobody tells you this is the time you need to allocate for studying. This is the time you need to be working. You need to be independent. So that kind of management is something that you need to grow. And I think you will definitely learn throughout the years. Lastly, I think that teamwork is very important because in this global era, we need to achieve to a common vision, and we need to be doing it with all our people or team, or how do I say, a group of people that envision something, and you need to have that support with you. And at the end of the day, you will also have friends from all across the globe. If you're interested about knowing more about Nepal students at APU, let me tell you that the student community over there is growing, and we're also quite known for our academic excellence because Nepalis over there are very hardworking, and they're quite successful in landing scholarships because of their hardworking nature. And I have done things that I never even did in Nepal. I wear ethnic clothes that I didn't even wear in Nepal. I've cooked food that I didn't even cook in Nepal. So it's a kind of solidarity that once you go abroad, you're known not by your name or surname. It doesn't matter if you're Tamang, Chetri, Newar, you're Nepali. And Nepali becomes your identity.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Now I would like to move to Dr. Pawan Bhattrai, Pulchuk Engineering Campus, Tribhuvan University. He is the member of JUAN also. Dear sir, would you please focus your presentation on your experience, achievement and lesson learned for the higher education opportunity in Japan?
Thank you very much, Jagdish Kharel, one of the golden voice of Nepalese television industry. Thank you very much, Dipesh Kharel sir, for inviting me for such a good program. I'm very honored to be present in this program to give some information to the aspiring students. We are celebrating 120 years of Nepal-Japan relationship now this year with the help of Japanese embassy by JUAN. Because the first student that went to Japan in 1902. So it's around 120 years of history. So after the diplomatic relation, we have started the mixed scholarship. First group of Nepalese students returned in 1905. You know about so many things, chestnut, chrysanthemum, wisteria. These all things they brought to Nepal. And we are growing here. And government of Japan is always emphasizing on education. So we have so lot of options to go to the Japan. And we are celebrating 120 years of Nepal-Japan study relationship soon. And why study in Japan? I want to just highlight in the 4 major topics which I thought I like. It's a fascinating and multifaceted culture system in the Japan. Diverse population used by all types of population all over the Japan. Coexistence of multiple religions. There are so much religions living together. One of my friends always say that in Japan, people are born as Shinto, get married to Christian, and died as a Buddhist. So it's all coexistence in the Japan. And we have a social convention, bowing, chopstick culture, bowing to the elders and all, respect. Anybody, we can say san or sama. I humbly like this kind of culture. No tipping. If you go to the restaurant, you don't need to go to tip for the good service. They always provide the good service. So these are the very important cultural things I like during my stay in Japan. Another one is nature. From the mountains to coastline to river and lakes, heritage site, gorges, a lot of things you will find in Japan. Variety of the natural things and safety. One of the safest country in the world, I would say. Japan is one of the safest country in the world. Even you can walk, even my family go at the midnight 12, so nothing you have to worry about Japan. And once in interview with Jagdish, I always mention this thing. I have lost my iPhone, which was very new, 4 times in the train and in a place, and I got returned immediately from the police or anybody. That was not, I think, any country in the world, you will get such a things. It is only in Japan, I think. And food, where it is a paradise, food paradise. I say in Japan is a food paradise. Still, I remember sushi, ramen, tempura, miso soup, tofu. All cities in Japan has a specialty in the food, and the restaurant is for food only. So these are lot of paradise. So you don't, for as a Nepalese, you don't have to worry about the food that it will not be mismatched to you. So these are the why is generally I say study in Japan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pavan, for your presentation. Now, I would like to request Professor Jonathan Woodward, the Graduate School of Arts and Science, the University of Tokyo. Would you please focus your presentation on scholarship, academic program, study environment, and future career? Now, Professor Jonathan, it's your time.
So it's very nice to see you all here at this event today. So I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the University of Tokyo, and in particular a program there called PEAK. So I'm originally from the United Kingdom. I studied chemistry at university, and I got my undergraduate and PhD exams, doctorate from the University of Oxford in the UK, and I've been working at the University of Tokyo for about 10 years. So why might you be interested in studying at the University of Tokyo itself? Well, the University of Tokyo is actually the oldest national university in Japan. It was established originally in 1877 and in its modern form, as we know it today, in 1947. We're quite a large university. We typically have around 30,000 students at any time and about 10,000 academic staff. You can see the current numbers here. And we are ranked as one of the top universities in the world in the current QS rankings. The University of Tokyo is ranked 24 in the world. The university is actually very, very famous for its pure research. And if you look through their famous Nature journal index rankings for this year, across all academic institutions in the world and across all journals, you'll see that the University of Tokyo is ranked 4th in the world, even ahead of Oxford and Cambridge in the United Kingdom. So what then is this program, this thing I'm talking about called PEAK? So PEAK stands for Programs in English at Komaba. So Komaba is the name of one of the main University of Tokyo campuses. PEAK was launched in 2012, and what it is the first opportunity for anyone from around the world to come and study at the University of Tokyo and get a bachelor's degree and to study entirely in English. We teach students to be environmental leaders and how to solve the environmental problems facing us, and that means learning both the science and technology, like how to make new solar panels, for example, right through to how to deal with the real environmental problems, which are human problems. So you'll learn about law and economics. Half of the successful applicants to PEAK will get full scholarships. So if you're accepted onto the program, there's a 50% chance that you're going to get a full scholarship to join the program.
Thank you very much, Professor Jonathan Woodward, for your fruitful presentation. Now I would like to request Mr. Kiyoshi Takeda, International Office Director, Kyoto University of Advanced Science.
Namaste, everyone. I'm Meru Namu Takeda. I work at the Kyoto University of Advanced Science as an International Office Director. So why is studying engineering in Japan? Simply put, a world-class, first-class Japanese technology firms, always on the lookout for well-educated engineers with great skills and with English skills. As you see here, by 2030 in Japan, believe it or not, there will be 790,000 too few engineers in Japan. So we are located in one of the beautiful cities in the world, Kyoto, KYOTO. And let me talk about our university, Kyoto University of Advanced Science, KUAS for short. It started in 1969. It's a Japanese government-accredited private university. It's located in Kyoto Prefecture with a great access to two major cities like Osaka, Tokyo, that has international airports from Kathmandu, and for flights from Kathmandu. And located in Kyoto Prefecture, it has 3,600 students. It offers programs of 5 faculties, including our brand new faculty of engineering. So I am so proud to share with you this great news that just last month we are hosting 6 Nepalese students on our undergraduate program, and also in addition to Nepalese students, we are also starting hosting 3 Indian students, and out of these 3 Indian students, there are 2 female students. And here's a Nepalese student who just enrolled on a program last month, and Bino Kondo, and he's proudly standing at the front gate of our universities, pointing out our logo of our universities. We all like these pictures.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kiyoshi Takeda, International Office Director, Kyoto University of Advanced Science. Now, I would like to request Miss Hiroko Sasaki, International Admissions Officer, Ritsumeikan University. Dear Madam, I would like to request you to focus your presentation on higher education opportunity in Ritsumeikan University.
Namaste. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. How are you? I'm Hiroko Sasaki from Ritsumeikan University. Actually, last year, they explained about our sister university, APU. Ritsumeikan is a sister university. Yes. So I'm so excited to deliver a brief introduction about our university to you, because I visited the Kathmandu and the Pokhara 22 years ago. And also that I studied the Nepalese student together at my institute later on. Ritsumeikan University is a long-established comprehensive private research university. Our campus are in Kyoto, Osaka, and Shiga. Nearest airport is Kansai International Airport. We offer a wide range of academic disciplines. The university was selected for the top global university project, highly competitive government initiative in Japan. Currently, there are over 2,700 students from 71 countries, so one of the largest in Japan. Since we launched our first English medium degree program in 2011, the university has become more accessible to students from all over the world, and year by year, we are seeing more diversity. What can students study at Ritsumeikan University? Currently, we offer 5 programs entirely in English. Our remarkable feature is that we offer collaborative degree programs with leading universities in Australia and the USA. Please be reminded that the enrollment period may differ from program to program. Also, each program are based at different campuses. After graduation, here is a list of some career paths among our students in English medium programs. Some started to work Amazon, IBM Japan, Honda, and so on in Japan, and also around the world, and go back to the country. And also the others proceeded to prestigious graduate schools in the world, such as University of Oxford, Columbia University, and so on. So this is a list of admission and tuition fee for our programs. It costs roughly from $11,000 US to $22,000 US annually, depending on the program. We do offer a very special scholarship only for international students. International students at Ritsumeikan University are awarded at least a 20% tuition reduction, with 50% or even 100% offered to the most outstanding applicants. So, admission key features. Application is completed fully online, and nothing has to be sent by post at the time of application. No Japanese proficiency is required for admissions. About the screening process, first, document screening. Listed here are some of the main documents we look at. After the document screening, applicants may or may not be called for an interview. Interviews are conducted online. Please bear in mind that this is a brief overview, so please check out the application handbook for details. Application timeline. We have multiple application periods depending on the program.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hiroko Sasaki, International Admission Officer, Ritsumeikan University, for your fruitful presentation. Now we have the last presenter, last panelist for this webinar, Mr. Victor Sujatmiko, International Affairs Office, Toyo University.
We are one of the well-known private universities in Japan, and we are one of the top global universities. That means that we are trusted by the government to deliver university courses in English to internationalize the university. I'm sorry, I didn't really prepare many presentations about our university, but I'm just going to keep it like really brief. Our university is located in Tokyo. It's in the middle, it's literally in the middle of Tokyo. So if you want to study in one of these programs in our university, you have to study Japanese first. Either you study Japanese in Japanese language in Nepal or in Tokyo and then come to our university. But because we're trying to answer the demands of international students recently to study programs in English, we designed it. We designed 3 programs, English track programs. This is quite new. So we have Department of Global Innovation Studies, Department of Information Networking, and Department of Regional Development Studies. So we have 3 English rights programs. So to make it easier, I write down below the name of the department. So if you want to go into business and economics, if you want to make more money, you go to the Department of Global Innovation Studies because you're going to innovate something new. And then if you want to get involved in the IT industries, big data analysis, or working in IT companies, then Department of Information and Working for Innovation and Design is the place for you. And then the third one is Department of Regional Development Studies. Basically, if you want to get involved in the sustainable development goals, or if you want to save the world, or if you want to contribute back to society back in Nepal, this is the department for you. So we have 3 departments, all entirely in English. Department of Global Innovation Studies, Information Networking, Regional Development Studies.
Thank you so much, Mr. Victor Sujatmiko, International Affairs Office at Toyo University, for your presentation. And with this, I would like to thank all the panelists presentation for your wonderful presentation. Now I would like to request Mr. T.R. Dhakal for the keynote speech. He is the Vice President of a private and boarding school organization of Nepal. It's called PAPSON. PAPSON is one of the leading organization for the quality education in Nepal. So Mr. T.R. Dhakal is very well known and pioneer figure. So now may I request you, Mr. T.R. Dhakal, for the keynote speech.
It is a very great privilege for me to attend this webinar, which is organized by Media Helpline, PAPSON, and then University Higher Education Opportunities in Japan, Nepal-Japan Education Dialogue, different groups. It is a good privilege for private and boarding school organization Nepal to attend and to be a part of these type of programs. Particularly Nepal and Japan, both being Asian countries, rich in cultural, natural, historical heritage, and having friendly bond relationship from last 120 years. Japan is a good friend of Nepal from the past time, and It is a good partner of Nepalese development also in various sectors. So from last few decades, Nepal tourism industry, particularly Japanese friends, each year the number of Japanese people they visit Nepal and having a very harmonious relationship with Nepalese people is a very good thing. The Japanese education system, as we know, it is one of the best education system in the world. So each year, the private and boarding school organization where we are working, more than 6,000 schools are here associated with the organization. And each year, more than 400,000 students, they are graduating and they are pursuing higher education in different part of the world. As I know, as I have understood, every year from Nepal, a large number of students, they are going abroad for the higher education. And particularly when the children or the students, they go for a higher education in other countries, they will be looking for job opportunities particularly. And I hope that can be managed in a well manner in Japanese universities. If it can be done like that, then I hope that it will be helpful and it will be very good for all of us.
Thank you so much, Mr. T.R. Dakal, Vice President, Private and Boarding School Organization of Nepal, PAPSON, for your wonderful, valuable speech indeed. Now we are at the end of the program. As I have already mentioned you that we have the partners, PAPSON and Media Helpline, and the organizer is a Study in Japan Global Network Project, the University of Tokyo. So now I would like to request Mr. Kazuhiro Mori, Advisor International Strategy Group, Management Planning Department, the University of Tokyo, for the closing remarks and vote of thanks. Mr. Kazuhiro Mori.
Respected Mr. Tukaran Dakar, Vice President of PAPSON, distinguished guest speakers and participants. Namaste, good afternoon. My name is Mori, advisor for International Strategy Group of the University of Tokyo. The University of Tokyo, having been appointed for the Study in Japan Global Network Project by Japanese government, acts as a gateway for prospective students in Southwest Asia. We have project offices in India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, while the University of Tokyo has been doing the same in Nepal without having physical points of contact. This has been made possible as a result of the kind and passionate support from the JUAM members and the current and former Nepali students in Japan. Thank you very much for organizing this seminar, and we do hope that this event has been informative for you to consider Japan as one of your choices to study for higher education. As many speakers mentioned, we believe Japan is one of the best destinations of higher education for Nepali students in developing your academic and professional careers. Please do not hesitate to contact the universities that presented today for further inquiries. We do look forward to seeing you in Japan with hope that the COVID-19 situation improves. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mori, for the closing remarks as well as vote of thanks. Definitely, Japan is an important destination for higher education. As a result, nowadays, a huge quantity of Nepalese students are going to Japan to study. Your time and presence was very precious for us. Once again, we are very grateful towards Study in Japan Global Network Project, University of Tokyo, for organizing this important program, and we are very much grateful towards PAPSON and Media Helpline for this strong partnership. Thank you all. Take care, stay safe. Sayonara.
the town.